Thank you. Thanks.
Coco, congratulations. Incredible year, incredible week here for you.
Thanks.
How do you feel right now?
Yeah, I'm really happy with just the week here. It was a long week, great match, and yeah, I'm happy.
If you have a question, please raise your hand. Yeah, at the front.
Thank you. Congrats, Coco. How did you turn that match around?
I don't know, just staying resilient, fighting for every point. I know I was like a couple points away from losing, but I just tried to stay in the moment, honestly, and I'm really proud of myself.
Yeah, Coco, congrats.
Thanks.
Quite an atmosphere in there.
Yes.
Probably what you expected.
Yeah.
Can you just talk about what it was like going through the emotions in there and what it felt like to win and kind of finish your week here on a high?
Yeah, I expected it to be a great crowd, and it was exciting. And to finish on that just felt like relief, honestly, because it was so long. And yeah, definitely tired now. 3 back-to-back days playing kind of late finishes. So I'm just happy to be done and go home and not have to worry about tennis just for a little bit.
Yeah. One in the back.
Congrats, Coco.
Thanks.
Question here. Going into the match, did you expect that it's going to be this hard and it's going to be drag this long? And when did you know that you're going to win this match?
I didn't expect it to be so long, honestly. Just I felt with the altitude, I don't know, I just thought the match would be quicker naturally. But I knew that it was going to be a tough match, yes. Playing Qinwen this second time we played, it was tough. And at the start of the match, he was playing a great level. So, yeah, I knew it was going to be tough. And honestly, I felt pretty confident when it was 6-0 that I would win, but I also had to double check because I wasn't sure if it was a 10-point or 6 or 7-pointer, so I asked the ref, and I was just hoping I didn't jinx myself then when I asked.
Congratulations, Coco.
Thanks.
My question is about Qinwen. How do you will Qinwen's performance today, and is her level up compared to last time your encounter?
Yeah, for sure. She's definitely, I think we've both gotten better since Rome, obviously. And yeah, she's a great competitor, great tennis player. And you see the scoreline, it really could have gone either way. Those points swung my way in the tiebreaker, had a couple match points in that one game. So it was a really tight match.
Coco, congrats.
Thanks.
We know you're a fighter, that's not new. But was there any specific drive, especially these last couple of matches, because no matter what was happening, whether you weren't holding, whatever, you always came back, and I'm just wondering if you could try and elaborate a bit. What was your biggest drive this week?
Biggest drive, I think, first my internal motivation and just the belief that some people in the stands had, most people in the stands had for me. And then also I think just like the mid part of the year, I think people were writing my season off and saying it was a bad season. So but I was like, there's still so much more tennis to play. I had a couple bad tournaments, but not even bad. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I didn't feel like they were awful, but yeah. So I think for me, I was just trying to just motivate myself and internal motivation, and obviously there's external factors that just heighten it.
Congrats, Coco. I don't know if you could hear during the match, a lot of young Saudi women were cheering you on, saying, "Let's go, Coco."
Yeah.
Having to play in Saudi Arabia, Miles, these are girls the same of your generation.
Yeah.
Did it cross your mind? How did it make you feel?
No, I definitely felt like, you know, the Saudi people in the crowd were cheering for me. Obviously, there was a lot of Chinese fans too, but I know there were some Americans, but I knew it wasn't only just Americans cheering for me, and it meant a lot. And yeah, I appreciate it. That's why I wanted to come here. And you know, like I said in the speech, there's never been a professional women's tennis event here, and just to show young girls that, you know, their dreams are possible. I'm literally no different than they are. We just maybe come from different places, obviously, but I was their age watching professional tennis events in my country, and now that there's some here, I hope that, you know, when I retire, probably there'll be like maybe a Saudi Grand Slam champion or WTA Finals champion, and I think if that happens, then I did my job, and the rest of the players here who played the first event here did their job.
Coco, a new championship and a new title. Who's you going to give this title to?
Who do I gift it to? Honestly, just everyone who supported me and believed in me. You know, I've had ups and downs, but the support that I've had has never wavered. And the people who were a fan of me when I was doing great were still a fan of me when I was doing bad. So I gift that to them.
The second question, what does it mean to you won this match, WTA, in Saudi Arabia?
Oh, it means a lot to me. Like I said, first professional tennis women's event here, and I'll forever, you know, be etched in history in that, in that standard. And obviously, this being the title and the tournament being here, you know, this is nothing against 250s, but it's not a 250, it's not a 500. It's like the second biggest title in our sport. So, so it means a lot, and just to be etched in history forever is pretty cool. And hopefully, there's more events here. Thank you.
Hi, Coco. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Here. Can you describe your feeling in one word?
One word, tired. Yeah, at the end of the match when I fell on the floor, I didn't think I was gonna do that. I kind of made an promise to myself that I would only save that for Grand Slams. But honestly, to the way the match went, I was like, I'm just tired. I just want to lay on the ground.
Coco, it's taken a lot of work for this tournament to kind of get back to the kind of prize money it's supposed to have.
Yeah.
What does it mean for you to pocket the biggest prize check in the history of the tour?
Oh, it really?
It
oh,
is.
Cool.
It's $4.8
okay.
million.
Okay. Jeez.
You don't know what you.
Well, I didn't know. I knew it was some money. But I didn't know. I didn't know how much. Okay.
So I guess what does it mean for you? And also, how will you treat yourself?
Oh, it means a lot to me. How would I treat myself? I don't know. I mean, you know, I bought a house, so, and then I don't really know what else I want other than that. I'm going to music festival next week actually, so I don't know. I'm not someone who likes to spend a lot of money, to be honest. I don't know what I'll do with it. That's a lot of money. What you said, 4.8. Oh gosh, that's so. I hope I'm one of the highest paid female tennis players this year, or athletes. So that would be exciting. But no, I mean honestly, I wanted to win this for myself. I didn't know that it was the biggest prize check on this tour. I didn't know anything about that. You know, I knew there was money, but I try not to. I never play for this. Yeah, but that's cool.
Hi, Coco. As you mentioned, there are lots of Chinese today.
Yeah.
So were you shocked by this? And did you feel pressure from them? And there are also many Americans and Saudis cheer for you. So do you like this atmosphere?
Yeah, I didn't feel any pressure. I did expect it because well, honestly, in my last press conference, a person asked me about the crowd, so I figured, okay, there's probably a lot of people going to come. I didn't expect it to be so much, if I was playing in China, honestly, but yeah, it was great. I think this is what makes it exciting. I wouldn't necessarily say that it was pressure. I think almost it just feels me more, not because they're not cheering against me, but just the tennis atmosphere in general, just loud screaming, whether it's for me or against me, just makes it so exciting. You know, tennis, everybody has to be quiet, but in between points, I love to hear something, and it's much better than playing in maybe a dead crowd.
Okay, we'll do last few questions. Yeah.
Congratulations. How do you rate Saudi Arabia hosting the first tennis tournament?
Honestly, my experience has been a 10 out of 10. I'm pretty sure WTA sent us a survey to survey it, and honestly, I have no critiques or complaints. You know, my last couple finals experience haven't been the best, even despite the result. But yeah, coming here, I just felt welcome. Everybody's been welcoming to us and excited to see us play. And like I said, I hope that this is the start of something great, and not only just in tennis, but in other sports as well. And hopefully, you know, more people, not just girls, but guys, older, young, pick up a sport. And I think sports for me, has been the foundation of my life and taught me so much. And I hope I can share that with other people just by playing here.
Okay, last question, Lee.
Coco, when we spoke at the start of the tournament, you told me there are some lessons you feel that you have to keep relearning, which is knowing that you can turn around your season at any point.
Yeah.
What do you think is the ideal perspective that you want to approach 2025 with giving everything that happened in the last few months?
Yeah, I mean, that definitely. And then just staying positive, trying to stay positive throughout. I mean, I'm not perfect. I know I'm going to be upset, but just giving myself the best chance to succeed and knowing that, you know, all the work that I'm putting in will pay off. Maybe not when I want it all the time, but it will pay off eventually.
Is number 1 on your mind?
Yes and no. I mean, I've never been a ranking-focused person. I just want slams. But obviously, yeah, I know I have that possibility, especially next year if I have a great year. But it'll be cool. But yeah, honestly, it's not on my mind. I just want to rack up the slam trophies.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thanks. Thank you, guys. Oh.